Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It is April 22nd, 2020. Happy Wednesday to everyone and happy Earth Day to everyone. Okay, so I wanted to start out this morning with some information regarding the video that you'll find linked to the description underneath this video. This video is called Adverse Possession. We again have Rise of the Moors with Jamal deciding that they are going to break into a property, change the actual locks and door handles on that property, and claim adverse possession. Now, he goes on in the end of the video to talk about the fact that supposedly, pursuant to Rhode Island regulation of adverse possession and all of the laws, that due to the fact that they are, with many, many Moors coming, of course, that they are doing obvious renovation of it, and that they are able to defend the property themselves, that there is no reason in the world why there should be a problem like there was the last time they broke in and tried to squat in a property claiming adverse possession. But let's just talk about the actual Rhode Island laws for just a moment. So, unlike what is claimed by Jamal, who states that the matter at hand in terms of the main law that's mentioned in Rhode Island about approval of adverse possession is being able to defend one's property. But unfortunately, that's not true. In order to obtain title under adverse possession in the state of Rhode Island, it is necessary to show actual, open, notorious, hostile, continuous, and exclusive use of the property under a claim of right for at least a period of 10 years. 10 years. At this point, Jamal is requesting that as many Moors as possible show up with all of their hands available to do work on the property, in addition to laying carpet, filling holes in the walls, painting, etc. But I think he has forgotten to inform everyone that in order for adverse possession to actually be obtained with a title, you must have been doing these things along with continuous and exclusive use of the property for a minimum of 10 years. And I guarantee you that isn't something that's going to be able to be reached in today's climate. You see, unfortunately, this attempt of fraud has been done way too many times, and the groups that monitor these sorts of things will be paying close attention. This isn't the first time that Rise of the Moors has attempted this. As a matter of fact, just in December, Ninti Elbay and her group of individuals, which closely follow Rise of the Moors, if not a huge part of Rise of the Moors, were kicked out of a property. And then, as we know, just a few years before that, there was a situation where Ninti Elbay actually went to jail for a while over a property that she had taken and squatted in. This is no different, and this is also not the first time that it has happened with regards to Jamal. Just very recently, he was removed from a property that he had tried adverse possession his way, that a young African-American woman owned the property. There is some additional information that you can locate underneath this video to take a look at that information. Actually, there's an entire video that was done about it not very long ago. So he's back up to his shenanigans. He claims that he was able to actually get into the property and that work is being done on the property, which he flashes the camera at the man who is literally removing the door handle so that a new set of locks can be put into the property. This is called theft. This is not called adverse possession. In normal scenarios with adverse possession in any state, what the scenario tends to be is that a person has been living in a property and paying rent for a period of time. Something like the owner may pass away or abandon the property for one reason or another that was owned and titled by that owner. Then all of a sudden, the rent checks don't get cashed. but the person's been living there for 10 or 15 years. He can't locate the owner to pay him rent, so as a result of being concerned that he's going to be removed from the property that he has fixed up himself and done had exclusive use of that property for that 10 to 15 years, he goes to court. And after a while and a whole lot of proof of what has actually occurred in that property for this 10 to 15 years, the judge can then opt to allow him to obtain title to that property under adverse possession. That's an example. You don't walk into a property, or break into a property, walk into it, decide to claim adverse possession, and it just happened. That isn't the way that it works. There has to be a number of years, a whole lot of time placed into that property, along with continuous and exclusive use of that property, like, fixing it up, maintaining it to ensure that there's no damage done. And generally, there is a history of either paying rent or doing work on the property in lieu of paying rent. In this case, there's absolutely no evidence of that. And even if they go in and they do a massive amount of work, and then they try to claim adverse possession 2 or 3 months later, 6 months later, because they haven't been caught yet, it's not going to be provided to them. There's a period of 10 years that must be obtained with regards to this in order for possession to even be considered in this matter in the state of Rhode Island. All right, everyone, take a look at the video, and you can locate all over, just Google it. You can actually take a look at it in the courts.ri.gov information with decisions and orders that have been put out by judges allowing for adverse possession. This is once again another scenario that absolutely proves that the statements that are made by Rise of the Moors and other online Moors, that this is supposedly their land and they can walk around and do whatever they please. The real truth is, if that were the case, Jamal and his Rise of the Moors would not have had to actually break into this property and attempt to try to handle things in the manner that they are. You don't change door locks and handles after busting into a property if that property is automatically yours, since this is, quote, your land. All right, there's several more videos that have gone up since this one. This was a request by a subscriber that wanted me to give more information pertaining to this. The calls for war and additional information that's being put up by Rise of the Moors for civil unrest is very evident. All you have to do is take a look at their channel and you can see what else has gone up in the meantime if it hasn't already been removed. By the way, if you want additional information pertaining to real adverse possession, you can always contact your local attorney, or if you want to know about adverse possession with regards specifically to the state of Rhode Island, simply pick up a phone and contact an attorney that will provide you with 60 minutes worth of a free consultation, and you can find out everything you need to know with regards to this. Trust me, I know, I did it. Thanks, you guys, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye-bye.